The Mantis Warriors are a successor chapter of the White Scars. Founded during the mid-34th millennium as part of the 8th founding of Astartes, these descendants of the Warhawk would be charged with patrolling the threats of the gargantuan warp storm of the Segmentum Obscurus, known as the Eye of Terror. Renowned as cunning warriors through their deeds, these experts of guerrilla warfare, ambushes, and sudden assaults belie their solitary vigil with no expectation of aid. Destroying several traitor Astartes warbands and Xenos raiders throughout their tenure. With time, the chapter began to operate most regularly within the Endymion cluster of the Galactic East. Inducted into the initiative created by the High Lords of Terror, known as the Maelstrom Warders during 587.M41, alongside the chapters of the Charnel Guard, Lamenters, and Astral Claws, the Mantis Warriors guarded the Imperium from piratical raids and chaos incursions. Led by the master of the Astral Claws, Luft Huron, the Maelstrom Warders purged the wicked from the feral and feudal worlds of the Endymion cluster, until dissent began to grow within their ranks. With the Charnel Guard's reassignment to the Thanatos Crusade during 651.M41, the understrength Maelstrom Warders petitioned the High Lords of Terror for increased supplies and reinforcement in order to contain the threats from the warp storm. Denying the calls for assistance, the ruling body of the Imperium continued to diminish the effectiveness of this band of Astartes, leading to the continual decline of their leader's sanity. Envisioning a great purge of the Maelstrom with dozens of Space Marines at his side, Luft Huron began to amass weapons and supplies to fuel his crusade. Refusing to give tithes to the Imperium and demanding the peoples of the Badab sector to increase production of war materials, the Astral Claws declared independence from the Imperium alongside the Mantis Warriors and stalwart oath-sworn allies of the Executioners chapter. Seeing their intentions as righteous as the Emperor's sworn guardians of the Maelstrom, the Mantis Warriors remained ignorant of the master of the Astral Claw's slow descent into the clutches of chaos. Attacking the Firehawks chapter Voidcraft, Red Harbinger, during 904.M41, the Mantis Warriors commit the first great act of violence against the loyalists of the Imperium. Waging civil war against the amassed strength of 12 loyalist Space Marine chapters, the Renegades of Badab fought a doomed 12-year campaign. Surrendering during the Tranquility Campaign of 910.M41, the combined might of the Red Scorpions and newly arrived Carcharodon's chapter harried the remaining survivors of the Mantis Warriors to the point of near extinction. Judged guilty of conspiring with the Astral Claws following Luft Huron's inevitable retreat into the Maelstrom, the Mantis Warriors would undergo a 100-year penitent crusade as a means to atone for their sins. The corrupting influence of chaos showed no signs of tainting the chapter, yet their misplaced loyalty had proven to be their downfall, and for the next century, they would receive no aid nor reinforcement as they fought to redeem their honor. Stripped of their guardianship of the Endymion cluster, their recruitment world of Tranquility II, and homeworld of Ufisa, aspirants and resources from such fiefdoms would be entrusted to the Firehawks and Carcharodons, which had incurred losses fighting the Mantis Warriors. Losing much of their remaining strength over the next century of war, the chapter absolved themselves of shame during the final battle of their penitent crusade against the Tyranids upon the world of Herodian IV. Recruiting aspirants once more with the blessing of the Emperor's Holy Inquisition, despite the resurgence of the Avenging Sun and Grey Shield Astartes of the Indomitus Crusade, the Mantis Warriors had not yet proven worthy of direct intervention. Permitted to create their own Primaris Space Marines, gifted by the Torchbearer fleet of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the chapter slowly integrates these superior Astartes into the fold, through the arduous process of transforming their firstborn through surgeries and organ implantation. Seconding several Astartes to the elite branch of the Ordo Xenos' Chamber Militant prior to the Badab War, following their betrayal, the Death Watch no longer willingly accept such Astartes into the fold of their ranks. Teetering on the edge of extinction to this day, the Mantis Warriors, regardless of their plight, find solace that should they perish, their legacy shall be honored within the Hallway of Heroes, which catalogues and honors every fallen chapter who died fighting in the name of the Emperor. Closely adhering to the tenets of the Codex Astartes, peculiarly for a successor of the 5th Legion, the Mantis warriors have inherited little trappings and adornments from their primogenitor chapter. Under strength for many centuries, the chapter has not fielded their companies in full strength in many years, and deploys only minimal armored vehicles in the form of their preciously maintained Predator and Land Raider tanks. Leaning heavily into their mastery of hit-and-run tactics in order to prevent further casualties to further diminish their numbers, the chapter is careful to deploy the remaining fleet of attack craft, such as Thunderhawks, whilst extinction of their creed looms on the horizon. Forming specialized fighting units known as Praying Mantidae, each is tasked with hunting down the remaining survivors of the once Astral Claws chapter. Trained as the elite of the chapter, and marked with snake-like tattoos which cover their bodies, should any incursion of the Red Corsairs present themselves, the Mantis warriors are all too willing to seek vengeance against their former allies. Veterans of the Tranquility campaign of the Badab War form sniper squads, renowned for their marksmanship, their strange camouflage designs a mark of distinction within their creed. Inheriting the ferocity of their Primarch, honed through the most dangerous of campaigns, the savagery of the Mantis warriors is allayed by the cryptic teachings of their librarians and shameful past. The flaw of their Priomnor implant influencing each Astartes of the chapter's emotional state, each warrior regularly experiences overwhelming feelings of shame, which accelerates their admiration of the Emperor and need to achieve forgiveness. Improving their physical strength when experiencing such emotions, the neurotoxins released by their Priomnor also increases the librarians of the chapter's reaction speed to near precognitive levels, blinding their focus to only concern themselves with threats to the Imperium. As their gene flaw progresses, many an Astartes can be struck down by lack of awareness of their surroundings as they imbibe themselves with zeal, known by their ranks as Battle Haze. Organizing such warriors into squads known as Mantis Religiosia, these battle brothers charge into the fray with no regard for their own safety or that of their peers. Aloof and autonomous in nature, their exile has estranged the chapter further from their peers and increased levels of individuality and self-reliance. Uninterested with their reputation in the eyes of the wider Imperium, the Mantis warriors care only for their standing with the master of mankind. Passing their weapons and armor down from generation to generation, the Mantis warriors revere the craftsmanship of each warrior whose armaments they inherit, and add their own embellishments to their surface with continued service. Carving warding prayers, kill markings, and personal heraldic insignias on their armor, each suit of ceramite continues the legacy and deeds of each of its former bearers. Clad in green ceramite, adorned with yellow pauldrons and faceplates, the chapter utilizes black tactical markings on their right pauldrons, centered with red logothic numerals to signify their company, indicating their squad number with white logothic numerals on their left knee plate. The symbol of their chapter, a red-eyed black mantis head on a field of yellow, epitomizes their skill for hunting the enemies of the Imperium. Orphaned and with no true allies within the Imperium, the disgrace of the chapter haunts the Mantis warriors to this day, with little hope of escaping their fate as a doomed chapter.